Hello and welcome. I thought I'd do just a random live stream. Got some time off, so I'm building the Karacnos at the moment. I'm just gonna crack on. Crack on. I don't know. That doesn't work, does it? Yeah. So what I've decided to do is sneeze for some reason. Yeah. So yeah, we'll go for that. Hey Revan, how you doing? Haven't spoke to you for ages. Hope you're well. Thank you for your comments on the recent videos and things. I do appreciate them. Yeah, we're just gonna be building the Karacnos really, and talking about Warhammer. I haven't done a live stream for a while. I will definitely be live streaming this Saturday, no doubt about that. I should receive the tarantulas and the rapiers and things like that on Saturday. So yeah, we'll be building them as soon as I've finished all the unboxing videos of them. Then I'll be live streaming. I'd love to stay and live stream with you on Sunday, but I'm working, so can't be live streaming that day. And I really want to live stream about this time tomorrow as well. Probably a little bit earlier, actually, maybe first thing in the morning. I want to finish the Karacnos today. Like, that's my goal. I should be able to over the next sort of few hours. I'm not that far completing it, really, in the grand scheme of things. Just got to build the roof, clean up these cogs, and then it's all about the weapons and the missiles, or the mortar, whatever it's called. But tomorrow I wouldn't mind live streaming building the Thanatar. I won't finish it in the live stream, but I'd like to do that. And then either finish the Thanatar Friday. I think that would be a good shout. But I kind of want to finish the Thunderhawk as well, though. So there is that. What's my plan after 50k subscribers achieved? That's a really good question. I haven't really thought about it. I thought I'd achieve it earlier. Like, I really thought I'd achieve it in 2023 or even last year, but wasn't the case. I mean, I'm not majorly focused on that anyway. I majorly focus more on 100k. Like, if I can get to 100k, I'll be extremely happy. Like that's always been the goal, to get to 100k. Anything after that's a bonus, but I think I've covered quite a lot of minis and other things so far this year. I know this past sort of month has been a bit slow, but there's just been a few releases that I haven't really wanted to invest in. Like the Space Wars. We can talk about the Space Wars right now. The Space Wars are amazing. I would love to cover them. I really would. But I just can't, because I know that there's Horus Heresy around the corner. You know, and I would rather cover that Horus Heresy set and all the new minis, like the plastic Fellblade and things, over Space Wolves. I wonder if that's putting a lot of people off getting the Space Wolves. This new phrase that I've new phrases that I've discovered through like the sneaker head kind of community, and you know, it's like cop or drop, or whether sneakers will sit or fly. And I think Space Wolves will be very popular. I don't know whether they'll be sold out. They might get sold out, so they might fly, to use that phrase. But I definitely think the thing is, like, everyone knew that Horus Heresy 2.0 was going to be this year anyway. So whether they showcased the new minis or not, I think it still would have had the same effect on the Space Wolf sales. Depends. If Space Wolves are like your only main army for 40k, I can completely understand why you would skip that Horus Heresy set. And also, a load of those Horus Heresy minis, like the Mark IIs, are going to be released separately anyway, aren't they? At some point. Do I have a Geiger counter just in case those shells are radioactive? No, I would love a Geiger counter though. I really would. Just for the lols. I don't know. Are they sold out at the moment? I mean, are they quite popular? Hope not. Probably quite rare though if you're just walking around the countryside and things, where I am. You know, just to stumble upon something that's radioactive. You never know, but it's highly unlikely. A bit like sharks, really. You know, go swim in the sea. It's highly unlikely that we'll get some sharks, well, big sharks, in the North Sea, but it's also possible. Yeah, the thing is, this Karacnos has been a bit of a stopgap. I've been trying to build it for weeks and weeks, and then there's also been other things that I wanted to build, like the Soul Blight. I had to complete all those Soul Blight, Death Rattle, skeletons. Okay, I think we're making some progress. Am I reviewing the Typhon? The Typhon. Oh, the Typhon Kill Team box set. No, I didn't pick it up. It was sold out, unfortunately. Sorry, my friend. That is a set I wanted to get. But again, that £80, that's, you know, that goes towards the Horus Heresy Saturnine. I've seen the rumours or the screenshot of it being £195. So I'm thinking that's a £15 increase from 3 years ago, which I don't think is too bad. But I question the contents of the box. I think the first set was better, but you'd expect the first set to be better because that was like the introduction of plastic Horus Heresy, you know, and that plastic Land Raider Spartan is very hard to beat. You know, and now with this set, what do we get? We get a really big Dreadnought, 6 big Terminators. Is it 20 or 30 Mark II? I think it's 30. You get the cool Praetors. I think we put those doors on, like, one of the last things. I might just put the doors on now, just get it over with. It's not really. They only go on one side each. Okay. Yeah. Most 40k is instantaneous, sold out. Well, definitely the Deathcore and the Emperor's Children were. Yeah. What do you guys predict for the Spaceballs? Do you think that they will be sold out quick? I think Grimnar will be. And Thor, or Arjak, whatever his name is. I think he'll be sold out. He's a very cool model. Hello, Tombs. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Since you have some videos that are already 10 years, if you can advise to yourself in the past to manage the channel, what would it be? That's a very good question. That's a good question. What's my channel? Essentially, the advice that I got 10 years ago, but I just give it to myself. And the advice I got 10 years ago was keep being consistent. There's no need for you to make daily content. So I would have stripped my content down to, what is it, 4 or 5 videos a week? It's at least 4. I know last week there's a blip on Friday, and then this week I didn't release anything on Monday. But normally I'm pretty consistent every other day. Like this weekend, if I get the rapiers on Saturday, I'll do the news and pre-order video. I'll have one of those as an unboxing, and then I will have a live stream. So that's 3 videos in one day, and one of those is a 3-hour video, if you look at it that way. Sorry, I really need to clean these up, and these are a pain, so, but I thought I'd do it now. See, this is the thing I use. It's like a tool belt thing. It's not belt, but, and then I just wipe the excess plastic off of it from the file. So that's what I do now and again when I'm filing these. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Tombs. How are you? I think I probably said that. The Kill Team box, yeah. Have I taken a day off work? Yes. I've got a little bit of holiday at the moment, so that's why I'm live streaming during the day. Normally I wouldn't be. So yeah, I thought I'd do a bit of hobbying and live stream it. Why not? Haven't done a live stream for a while. Are you off work today, or off college, or whatever you're normally up to? I was expecting a really nice hot summer week, and Monday was great, but yesterday and today have just been humid here in Norfolk. I think it's even due to rain tomorrow for a little bit. So yeah, probably I should have taken a few days off next week instead of this week, but you just roll the dice, don't you? With the weather in this country, you can have like all 4 seasons in one day. But I like that. It keeps it on your toes, keeps it interesting. Never really bored of the weather, unless like you're maybe in Ireland or Scotland and Wales, where it just rains all the time. Like Lake District way. Why didn't you ask him what he had for his breakfast? I just had some cereal. It's all right. No worries. That's cool. Cereal review coming. No, like in the winter I normally have like oats, because I like heat them up, have oats and honey and banana and things like that. I just like warm breakfast in the sort of winter. When I say winter, probably like November, December, January, February, March. Just goes on, doesn't it? And in the summer, yeah, I definitely like the old cereal with cold milk. Iced coffees as well. I make my own just to, you know. Have you seen how much iced coffees are now in like Costa and wherever? I think for like a medium iced coffee, this is what my friend was saying. It's like £4.50, 5 quid, 5 quid. What? What is that about? You think Warhammer's expensive at like 30 or £40 for 10 minis? I mean, iced coffees are like 4 or 5 quid. I mean, what is that about? And it's mainly just milk. It's like a shot of espresso, and then you're paying like 4 quid for milk and some ice, which ice is free, right? I mean, you know, get it out of the tap, put it in your freezer. Anyway, it's all right, no worries. Yeah, no worries. Good, nice one. Yeah, I'm very random sometimes with the live streams. I mean, as I say, consistency wise, definitely this Saturday I will be back. But during the week it's a bit random. Hey Greg, how you doing? Long time no see. I've set aside Friday for another live stream. I'm gonna be working on Thunderhawk. I'm gonna try and finish it. Let's see. See if I can finish the Thunderhawk Friday. Dedicated a day to do it because I want to finish that. I want to actually be making a good start on gluing it together. The problem is I don't have any magnets for the aerials or the winglets, whatever they're called. So I might have to skip that part for a while until I do get some magnets. Because with a kit like that, with how expensive it is, it's very it's just worth you spending that extra time and effort. Anybody can just haphazardly put it together, but it's special. You know, I think everyone should spend more time on more expensive minis. You know, what's the rush? Like it's not a box set of 10 plastic minis at the end of the day, which you can rush. It's not a horde army, it's like a centerpiece. I think it's some people's dreams to own a Thunderhawk, you know. I'm really glad of the plastic fell blade though, really am. Because as I say, it's not just the fell blade, it's what it means for having a plastic glaive and a falchion variants. And another variant. They might just completely invent a new super heavy tank. Like some kind of transport or something with another Titan weapon on, like a plasma or a, I don't know, conversion beamer or, I don't know, something like that. Or melter. Like a huge melter cannon. Yeah, these cogs are like the worst bit of the kit to clean up, I would say. Still, not as bad as the cogs on the Venator. Tombs. When you get Saturnine, do you already know which legion you will assign all those Mark IIs? That's a really good question. Thank you for that. Oh, God, that's a really good question. I'm leaning more towards Dark Angels. I know that's based, but yeah, I mean, I probably will put if you get 30, I think I'll put 20 for Dark Angels and the other 10 possibly with Death Guard. That's the way I'm leaning. I don't. Do they really work with word bearers? The thing is, in my head, I've always got Mark IV for word bearers, and we need a refresh of Mark IV now, definitely. You know, to show you how small Mark IV is. I haven't got any nearby, have I? Have I? Yes, I have. Good. That's Mark IV, look. And then we've got the Mark III. And yeah. That's like Primaris and Space Marine equivalent, isn't it? I mean, that's just crazy now. So yeah, Mark IV hugely need a refresh. But yeah, I'd probably say 20 to go to Dark Angels and 10 to go for Death Guard. I'm not having them with Raven Guard. It's the same for the rest of the forces in that set. Like the Dreadnought will go clearly for Dark Angels. I'm just trying to think of the weapon profiles for the Terminators. Part of me wants to have 3 of the Saturnine Terminators with the plasmas, just the plasmas, and then part of me wants to have the others with Disintegrator and the fists, or the plasma and the fists. That's the thing. It's quite annoying because that set really sets it up to have 9 with like different weapons, or 3 of each. So it is pushing you more towards getting 2 sets. However, to get 2 sets just to get an extra 3 Terminators, I don't know. I mean, it would be worth it if that Dreadnought, you had two options if it had the other 2 weapons in the set, but it doesn't. I don't know. I just think that 9 is a good number of those Saturnine Terminators to have in a Legion. Considering that they are super rare, and any more would start to overshadow the normal Terminator set, and the normal Terminators haven't had a refresh for Horus Heresy, so they all look tiny. Because they were circa, 2015, 2016, weren't they? So they've been around for almost a decade. Can you believe it? But yeah, I think 9 would be a good number. Yeah, these cogwheels are time consuming. Okay, that's one done now. Another one bites the dust. Hello, Maxim. How you doing? Good to see you. You're dreaming of the Thunderhawk since the metal one? Yeah. I think a lot of people are dreaming of the Thunderhawk since Space Marine 2 as well. Possibly. Yeah, you're right, Krieg. You're right. Just need a couple. I think just one more sprue, and you could have a glaive, or maybe two sprues you could have for the falchion. I don't know whether they could do it all in one because those volcanoes do take up a bit of space, and the falchion has a completely different like top ceiling to it. Yeah, Iron Warriors, they work well. I just think of Mark III for Iron Warriors. Like I think of Mark III for Death Guard. Yeah, it is, you're right. I thought you build Karacnos from Age of Sigmar. No. No, I just can't get on with the face for Karacnos. I don't think it'd work in my armies either. I don't think it would work for Gloomspite. I don't think it'd work for Chaos. I think it is more of it's a destruction army model, isn't it? I mean, if you've got like what are the beasts called? The beastmen. I think it works quite well for them, but for like Gloomspite, it's a bit. I don't know. It looks too much like a mythical creature for me. I mean, it's not like Nagash works really well with Ossiarch and the Soulblight and things. I think it's the same trick with the Contemptors. The Leviathans, not so much. The Leviathans have always been two. There's always been one with a with ranged weaponry. Well, say there's always been one, and then you had, you could buy the weapon separately. But this Saturnine one, yeah, it's only got the ranged weapons, and then you've got the other ranged weapons. But this is the price we pay for plastic. You know. Overall, I think it's positive and it's a good thing, because initially the cost is less, but as you just pointed out, Maxim, you have to double up. I don't know whether they'll release those weapons separately in a different sprue. I doubt it. At least with the Leviathan, you could still, I think you still can buy those resin weapons separate, but they completely took them away from the Contemptor, which is such a shame because that is a really nice model. But yeah, can you imagine how much that Saturnine Dreadnought would cost if it was in Forge World resin? How much is the Telemon? So whatever the Telemon is, just add some numbers onto it. And those weapons would easily be like £20 or so each. I'm thinking like 16 to £20 each. Yeah, that's fair enough, teams. Medical squad, yeah. Have they been announced? Have they actually been announced or showcased? A medical unit? I definitely think that Solar Auxilia need more added to their range. Like those smaller like Predator tanks. They really need those. But like with Mechanicum, I'm sure that they will get some extra units once the Space Marine hype has died down a bit. It's been a really, really good year so far. We've had so many great releases for Age of Sigmar and 40k, and you know, soon to have big release for Horus Heresy this year. I'm not sure about the rules though. I need to get my teeth sunk into those and give you opinions on them. Which is the best box set? Age of Darkness. Age of Darkness, definitely. Age of Darkness is better than Saturnine. It always would be. Because it's the first one. And Saturnine, you get less models. And it's going to be more expensive. Aesthetics wise, I don't know, those Praetors are huge as well. Like, I wasn't a massive fan of the Praetors in the Age of Darkness set. I probably would say I like these more, but they're just really big. I mean, I know one's in the Saturnine armor, but it really is just a big old Saturnine box. I wonder if that is it. You know, you've got your Saturnine Dreadnought armor, and for the Praetors, and for the Dreadnought. Is there anything else to come out of Saturnine? Apart from that. Like a tank, I don't know, or something else. Victor, how you doing? You recently built a Karacnos. Oh, nice. Yet to decide what pieces to base coat, red or dark grey. Ooh. Base coat, red or dark grey. If it's in multiple assemblies, I'd probably do like these panels as red and potentially do this as grey. I don't know, maybe these pieces are red, aren't they? I think you could get away with spraying the weapons and the mortar missiles, whatever they're called, shells, as metal. You could just spray it metal, I think. Yeah, Telemon chassis, £63. Yeah, so the Saturnine one probably be 80 quid, wouldn't it? Probably. I'm good, Bob. Thanks. How are you? Saturnine will be better if the new tank included inside. The new tank? What? The Fellblade? I think that's a stretch. I think that tank, when it's released, is going to be over 100. I'm thinking 110, but it could be 120. I mean, how much is a Baneblade? However much a Baneblade is, just add probably 20 quid to that. You'll be doing a Solar Army when the next update is out. Okay. What, next year or the year after, probably? Are we saying that the Solar came out last year, didn't they? Yeah, there's just too much this year. For everything. I mean, not just video games. There've been a lot of decent video games and still way more to come compared to last year. And then this year, it's just been an absolute avalanche of Warhammer. And watches and trainers, and you know, this year has been relentless for new things. I don't know, maybe it's just because there's lots of anniversaries of products. There seems to be so many, like 30, 40, 50, in the case of Seiko, like 110 year anniversaries. That seems to be like that's the thing for companies now. Just release products just for anniversaries. I mean, Games Workshop do that. Don't they have that store anniversary Space Marine coming out at some point? That Imperial Fist that isn't an Imperial Fist. Imperial Fist? Crimson Fist, sorry. Well, kind of the same. So Baneblade's 109. Are they direct only as well? You used to be able to get them from like Element. I got mine for 60. And that was full retail. Imagine getting a Bladeblade for £60. Like not second hand or anything, brand new. I think I got my my Orc Stomper for £60 as well, back when it was released in 2007. I wasn't really into the hobby that much then because of, well, three things. Halo 3, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, and Mass Effect. Like, Fallout 3 was the year after in 2008. But yeah, those were taking up a lot of my time back then. And, you know, I had about, I want to say like 6 years away from the hobby. And I got back into it for a little bit, and then I had another break. But that was back then when White Dwarfs came out every month, and you got like a full, you got sort of like some new models for an army once a month. None of this like weekly release schedule thing, where you just dump all of the new releases for that one army in one go. Start small then tank up. Suggesting to start Krieg Army, should I start with the Baneblade? Start with what you like the look of. And if you're starting an army, I'm such a hypocrite for this, but I buy the stuff for the channel, is buy one thing, build it, paint it, and then have a look at something else. I know I don't do that, but as I say, I get the things for the channel, don't I? So there is that. This is why like going to a weekly hobby club would be fantastic if you can do one. If you can't, then you can't. But I always think that's a good idea because you know you can go to the hobby club once every week, and hopefully we'll have built and painted something every week. Then your force just increases, doesn't it? Organically, like over time. Right, we've got to build these things. I don't know what they're called. Side panels for the roof. The Baneblade is £115 now. Whoa. You don't think the value is as good as the Age of Darkness box? I don't know how you can possibly say that. Like, you've got nothing to base it on whatsoever. None of those minis are out individually yet. We don't know what the prices are. That's just pure speculation. As soon as we see that Saturn 9 Dreadnought is like 80 quid or something, and we find out that the 20-man Mark IIs are probably the same price as the Mark IIIs and things, and then we find out how much those Praetors are, which are probably going to be like 30, maybe even more than that, then we'll have a better idea, because then we can just top up all of those minis collectively, and then compare it to how much the set actually is. I mean, the set is going to be £195. It's a annual increase of £5, since, you know, £5 per year. Obviously, I don't need to explain that. Since the first edition came out. I mean, could they have priced it at the same as 3 years ago? Yeah, they could have. But they would have made less of a profit margin, wouldn't they, if they did that? And I think, you know, as a business, they want to be increasing their profit margins all the time. I don't know. I think it will sit more than the OG box set. I don't think it will fly. I think it'll still be popular, don't get me wrong. But then again, I've said that about other releases this year, and they have absolutely flown off the shelves. Everything from Deathcore to Emperor's Children, the Space Wolves box set, that flew off. Even the Kill Team, even something like a small release a couple of weeks ago, that flew off, didn't it? Yeah. I'm going to finish these bits, glue them on. Oh, there's a piece that I didn't take off the sprue, I think. Is it around here? Is it on this sprue? Surely hope it is. D7. There's D3. There's D8. I've not got a D7 anywhere. Surely it's around here somewhere. Why would it not be on this sprue? Out of all the sprues. Because this is... Oh, this is D as well. Could be on here, yeah, it's on here. It's on the new sprue. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but... that moment that you realise you've thrown all your other sprues in the rubbish. We kind of, yeah, just got to finish this top piece, put it on, and then we're all about the weapons with the mortars. We're going to have it opened, by the way. Yeah, I don't really see any point having it closed. It just looks like a trial ross, doesn't it, if you have it closed. I'll tell you what we could do is we could glue these together while we're here. Yeah. You reckon the Dread will be £70? What? Only £5 more than the Telemon? The Telemon has no weapons. So Telemon's £63 plus 36. Is that 105 or so? I don't know. How much is a Leviathan? 50? Did you have to give Games Workshop the idea of £80 Dreadnought? Leviathans are £52.50. Kill Team Krieg returned. Okay. Right. Right, okay, so what I really wonder is if now that we're 3 years in with Horus Heresy, we will get a Christmas box set. I mean, that would be a way to move a lot of their older kits. Maybe even put like a tank in it that has come to its end of its sales from Horus Heresy. I don't know, like a Sikaran or just a standard Land Raider. Yeah, I'd be up for a Christmas box set like that, because the past couple of years I haven't really been that impressed with them. But they still like sold out. So okay, got to get this right. So I have the thick one there. That is the other. Oh, that is the right way around. But they just go into these slots. What on earth is this? And I'm trying to determine which side this goes on. Oh, so it goes further back. I get it. Okay, right. Got to be careful with this bit as well because of this join. It's really, really annoying to get that join just right. It's like one of the most intricate parts of this build is this join to get it right. I definitely would have filed this bit. Now that I know that, I'll probably use a bit of Tamiya as well. Not enough stock for a Christmas kit. What? What, even the old kits? No, they've definitely got enough lying about. And they always do Christmas box sets as well. They've always done it for years and years. That's about as good as I can get with that join. We can always have an amazing Grey Knights one. Well, funny you should say that. Have you heard of our Lord and Saviour, the Grey Knights Combat Patrol that's coming soon? So we've got all brand new minis in it. Has it hell? It's almost like they're trolling us at the moment with Grey Knights. They read everybody's comments about how they wanted sort of true scale Primaris Grey Knights, and they just doubled down, didn't they? They just doubled down on it. They read the comments and they were like, "Yeah, we hear you." And here's the combat patrol, the start collecting set. Here it is. It's got one Primaris Marine in it, Castle and Crow. Is he even Primaris? I don't know if he is, because he's on such a big base. Can't remember what I said in my review of him. It was an embarrassing announcement. Hey, well, how about this announcement? We heard you like the baby carriers so much that we're bringing out a brand new one. We're doubling down on that as well. You can shove your Primaris Grey Knights. We're giving you a Grandmaster in a baby carrier. How about that? The Chaos Powers truly have taken over the Grey Knight range, haven't they? Grey Knights are cooked. with the flail. With the flail. Yeah, we're not going to give you an axe or a sword or a fist with rockets on the back of it. To do a rocket punch. We'll give you a flail, something that we're going to have to like spin around or, you know, pull back and then throw. Like such a cumbersome, slow weapon. But you're going to love it. I tell you, you're going to love it. It's going to be incredible. No, honest, I haven't missed a missed a part because it just goes on there, doesn't it? But which way does it go on? I think it goes on this way. Yeah, that just seems right. You can't really tell from the pictures. This is something that you don't get on the armored conveyor kit. Is this thing, this opening thing, whatever it's called, hatch. Is it a hatch? Hinge. That's the word I was looking for. Hinge. Didn't Grey Knights refuse Primaris though? I mean, there's two things at play here. Primaris, Grey Knights refusing Primaris, and Games Workshop refusing money, and I think we both know what will happen. I mean, I thought it would have been a good revelation, and it probably still will happen, and I'm giving them ideas, that in the future, Primaris, they'll all just get corrupt. And then you'd have bigger Primaris-sized Chaos Space Marines. But it seems like Games Workshop have just gone ahead and just, you know, made all the Chaos Space Marines Primaris-sized overnight. I mean, the Emperor's Children are huge. I'm waiting for the Death Guard to be buffed up in size. Right, now where does this go? I'm not sure with this piece. I mean, I think it goes in here. Yeah. We're going to put this in here anyway. Okay. And then if I just glue this. They're slowly becoming Primaris without being Primaris. Oh man, Max, have you been living in under a rock, my friend? Honestly, yeah, the Emperor's Children are huge. Haven't got any on me. I'll put them in a box. But yeah, they are easily Primaris size. Some are a little bit bigger. So yeah, and that's not really explained. I don't think it's been explained anyway. I haven't really read the Emperor's Children Codex that much, but maybe Fabius Baal has done something, but I haven't heard of anything. But that's what I would assume. But even the World Eaters from a couple of years ago, or was it last year, February? I think it was last year, February. I can't remember. Even they were bigger. I mean, obviously bigger than the previous Corn Berserkers. There's no question about that. But okay, so that's that. Now I'm gonna leave this to dry, like these sections, before I file it, because filing joined parts that aren't dry is just a nightmare. So we're gonna let that sit. I suppose what we could do though is we could put these extra supports in, so that I don't lose them. Wherever they go. Am I missing something here? Oh, they just go in there, don't they? So that would slip in there. Like all the way to the back. Like a glove. And then those would go in. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to put them in yet, but they are there waiting. And then while that's all being taken care of, I'll concentrate on the flare shield and the battery and the weapons. Yeah, I can do all of that. Sorted. Yeah, Thousand Suns do look tiny, especially those Terminators. And they're big in the Space Marine 2 game, aren't they? They are big. I keep opening them up and I can never find... All I can find is dust, though. I don't think there's actually any Space Marines in Thousand Suns anymore. I think they're just dust in each of them. Okay, so we've got the Karacnos mortar battery, and we've got the 2 lightning locks. How do they go on the arms? Not too bad by the looks of it. I mean, lightning locks are pretty powerful anyway. Okay, cool. Let's concentrate on the mortar battery. Shouldn't take too long, that. I'm just going to get these pieces off the sprue, and then I'm going to go make a cup of tea. The scales have always been all over the place. You only collect guard. Yeah, I mean, even guard have had a size increase. If you look at the old guard compared to the Cadians, And then even like the Solar Auxilia, which I've got here, you compare them to a Primaris, and they're not that far off in the grand scheme of things. I mean, these are compared to, well, yeah, look at the Mark III even. So that's Horus Heresy, old Space Marine, and a human. I mean, there's less than a foot difference there, and there should easily be at least a foot, unless unless these guys are over 6 foot. Like Space Marines should be about 7, probably a bit more than 7. So yeah, the scale is all over the place, and it has been. So yeah, it's just one of those things. The thing is, you've got so many miniatures, so many units in 40k Horus Heresy, that it must be an absolute nightmare to scale things. Oh, we've got the flare shields there, and these supports. Okay, the flare shield was really quick to set up. We might as well just get these weapon parts off. So to D14, so these side panels. I'm looking forward to the rapiers though. What I'll do is, in order for me not to get rapier fatigue, which is kind of a thing, isn't it, at the moment, I will build one rapier, and then build a tarantula, then build the other rapier, then build the other tarantula. I will be picking up the drop pods, I think. Depends how much they are. If they're like 50 quid, I might pass on those. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not a big fan of them remaining open all the time. Put it in the comments if you are. Like, do you prefer open or closed? Or both? There you go, third option. D16. Personally, I prefer both. I like to have the ability. I just think having them forced in one way or another, like open in this case, is there's only going to be certain places on the battlefield where you can put them now. And that's not right, I don't think, because if there are a couple of trees nearby or something, they should be able to land and then all the doors open, not necessarily like fully splay, but like partially open, and Space Marine can still jump out. That's my thoughts on it anyway. But is the Dominus Knight get outpriced by the new Chaos Rune? I don't know, Revan. Again, that's another set that I wish that they had two full kits for rather than just one. Because if they had 2 kits, they could have probably added some extra things to the new one. Or just leg poses. You can't pose those legs. I think people at the moment are, a lot of them they have like an army of knights, and they just want the variety. A bit like with Titans, with weapons. We need way more weapons for them. This is 13. These mortar banks are quite fun. $16. And 15. Done. Right, so you essentially make 2 of these, and then I'm going to have them open, and then the flare shield, and then we just have to concentrate on the lining locks, which is just 1 page. And then there's a couple of other extra things here that we just have to put on, like these really cool looking antenna array things, which remind me a lot like the antenna arrays on like, you know, the Matrix, on those Sentinels and things. They have those antenna arrays. They look like it anyway. I'm going to snip them off. We are going to finish this today. That's the plan anyway. We're going to go through the whole thing. And then tomorrow, the Thanatar. Because I really do need to build these. And yeah. Right. Before I assemble all this, well, it'll be the flare shield first with these flare shield projection arrays. I will just grab a cup of tea. So, everybody's favourite sign. Is it everybody's favourite sign? I don't know. I will be back soon with a cup of tea. Okay, I'm back. But sad news, everyone. I've run out of biscuits. Don't know what I can do now if I've run out of biscuits. But I do have my Custodes mug, so we're all good. Right, let us crack on. Yeah, I need to have a good look at those Space Marine drop pods. I think they've only shown like one picture on the community website, but I'll have a look after this. As I say, I will pick them up anyway, because I'm always in need of some drop pods. But I don't know, I like having the option of having them open or closed. I just think it's a bit of a cop-out having them just open, you know, like design-wise. You know, because if you've got the option to have them open or closed, then I think that takes a bit more skill, I would think. Because then you have to like work out which pieces move, how they interact with each other, the tolerances. Was that kit ahead of its time? I don't know. But sad to see it go. I don't think they'll completely replace it. I honestly can't believe we had a second iteration of Space Marine drop pod before we got plastic Dreadnought drop pods. We really need plastic Dreadnought drop pods now. What's your thoughts on the latest Soulblight release that you haven't get? I think you're talking about the Dragon and the Lord. Just those two? Because I got the army set. It's just those two units I didn't pick up, and that was because they were sold out, you know. And also they're quite pricey too. I may still pick them up. I'd like to get that zombie dragon, but I think it costs more than Techless. I think it's like £110 or so. Don't get me wrong, it looks lovely, and it would be a great centerpiece to the Soulblight kit. Then again, so is Nagash. You know, Nagash is a fantastic centerpiece for undead armies, much like Archaon is a great centerpiece for my Slaves to Darkness. I nearly said STDs. Endless spells. Oh yeah, endless spells would be good. I'm not a big fan of the little crits though. The little Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those. Yeah, the Curse of Sepulture, that's the one you're talking about. Yeah, Prince Vordry. I will try and get him, but that might be like a autumn winter purchase. You know, once Horus Heresy's died down in the summer, and I picked up 10 plastic fell blades. No, I'm not. I'm only going to get one. Okay, only going to get one, maybe two, but definitely one. Because I've already got a resin one, which I'll be comparing it to, and that resin one, the resin one is already with the Dark Angels. The plastic one will be with Dark Angels. If I picked up a second plastic one, oh, that's a good question. Where would I? Which army would I give it to? Probably Death Guard, actually. It'd work quite well with them. Yeah, you're right, Revan, yeah. And a battle force. Oh, I don't know about that. There'd only be another unit left in the battle force, wouldn't there? If the battle force is going to be 150 to 200, and he's already at over 100, you'd probably just have him and two other units. I don't know. I think it'd be more likely that we get the just a normal vampire lord on steed in a battle force rather than him. But you're right. It's not the first time that they've bundled in like a big heroic unit type thing. You know, they did it with Mortarion, didn't they? They had that battle force with Mortarion in, and with Angron. Yeah, I don't know when I'll release Radikar the Wolf review. I tried searching for it earlier and I don't have a review of him, so I think that's probably because he was out with the Curse City minis. I'm trying to go through the, I nearly said Codex, Battle Tome, to see which Soulblight I haven't reviewed. I know it took a long time. It took years, didn't it, for those reviews to come out, but this is why I'm building this Karacnos, because if I don't build this Karacnos and the Arvus Lighter and the Dreadio, with the advent of Horus Heresy, I just know that these are going to be on the back burner for months and months. In favour of the new releases. I have 40 zombies and 40 death rattles. The thing is, don't zombies and death rattles come in a box set of 20 each? And they cost like 40 odd pounds now. So that's another £160 worth of stuff. It's possible. it is possible to save like 70, £80 from maybe even a bit more. Usually it's about £100 saving, isn't it? Me unboxing Radical 4 years ago. Yeah, well, better late than never. Right, that's that done. Oh. Definitely a project, this set. All of the Mechanicum sets have been a bit of a project. I'm glad I never bought 2 of these boxes, though. I really am glad. You might still be able to pick up one of these boxes now, but yeah, that was a good decision on my behalf not to pick up 2 of these, because I'd be swamped over with them. I've still got the other Mechanicum army set to complete, and another Solar Auxilia one. So if I'd have bought another one of these, it'd just be sat there for probably a year. See, I don't know whether that's actually mold line or part of the... I'm going to get rid of them. Yeah. Yep. I think the new Fellblade will have the... is it the laser destroyer array? I'm sure I remember them talking about that. Oh no, I might have been dreaming it. Right. These supports have always been a bit of a pain with the join. Right, so we'll just put these on first. And go on. I think like that. Yeah. We've got these things here as well. These are the hunter killers, which I don't know what I thought they were before, but yeah. And this searchlight thing, which I reckon we could just glue now. Yeah, we're not that far from completion. Just got the mortars and the lightning lots to complete. I mean, my goal was to complete it before kind of 4 o'clock. Which is possible. So you go one way. And then that would go on the top of there after everything else is like at the end. That will go on. But I think this is probably finished for me to sand down. And then we're going to put that in, followed by the sort of back panel thing. And we're going to glue the tracks onto the centre, and then we can just concentrate on this and the lightning locks. Despite of removal of some kits, the Soulbot had a good release. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think this year is the big focus for Horus Heresy for Games Workshop, with some 40k sprinkling in. What is going on here? We'll have big release of 40k after a big beautiful box of Horus Heresy. Yeah, probably. Well, we've got some little drips and drabs, haven't we, with like the Black Templars. There's a picture of the Salamanders on their preview event, so probably get something for them. Maybe this year is the year for Salamanders, or maybe it's the year for Spaceballs, actually. I don't know whether Salamanders will get a bigger release than Spaceballs. I'm all for it. I'm partial to some Salamanders. I mean, it depends how good they are. I haven't been massively impressed with Blood Angels. Usually Blood Angels are my go-to. And obviously Dark Angels now, because I think all their kits were fantastic, and the characters especially. And the Lion, of course. What will be the next plastic Primarch? Will it be Dawn? Vulcan? See what I mean about this canopy? It's requires a lot of cleaning for this joint. There we are. Right, happy with that. Vulcan or Russ? Oh. No Dawn then. Okay, that's that done. We're gonna slap this in here somehow. It's gonna be a tight fit, I know that. I can already tell it's gonna be a tight fit, so right, this is the way to do this. Okay, so if we put some glue here, and on these supports as well. Right, we should have a plan now. Like a glove. Happy with that. We can slam these in as well, these support struts. That's one, and this is two. Yeah, they go in. And oh yeah, and then we've got to put this thing on as well. I think that will sit very nicely on top of there. Happy with the way that that's gone. A Vulcan tank. Oh man, I would love a Vulcan tank. Like some kind of like crazy melter weapon on the front, and then melt additional turrets, maybe some flamers. I mean, that'd be so cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. The Vulcan. Just call it the Vulcan. That's what you need to call it. Or Hammer of Vulcan. I don't know. The RAF having fun all the time, mate. I don't know why they just use Norfolk as an absolute playground. Every day, sometimes from like 7 in the morning till 7 at night. It never used to be like this. I can't remember it being like this like last year. Maybe a little bit last year, but not the past few years. It's yeah. What can you do though? Like, I mean, you know, they need their training, but at the same time, I mean, if they're not doing it here, where would they do it? Over the sea? I guess they have to keep it within the British Isles as well, because otherwise, if they're doing it outside the British Isles, then they're easily going to be picked up. I mean, they'll probably get picked up now on radar and being monitored, aren't they? Okay, so we don't do that until later, but we can put these, we can connect these, but you know what? I'm not going to straight away because I want to clean up these sides. I'm running low on the stem here anyway. I've got another pot somewhere. I think I'm down to my last couple of millimeters. Determined to make it last. You know, like toothpaste. I mean, I wouldn't clean your teeth for this, but I'm just saying. Yeah, so that easily needs a clean up. And we'll do that after we glue these mortars. And the lining clocks, and then it's like ticked for that. So you do one side first and then the other side. And then we're complete. But what I kind of might do first is I might just clean up these hunter killers and things and then concentrate on the mortars. Yeah. I'll do that first. Bear with me. Da-da-da. All right. Sorry about that. Oh, what's going on with this? Okay, good. Sorry about that. Oh. Sorry, I had a package that I needed to give them a pin for. And obviously, the pin is on my phone. And I'm live streaming off it. So it's, yeah, it's one of those. It's silly. I don't know why you need these pin things, but thing is, I did not hear my doorbell then at all. The only sort of notification that I got that there was a package at my door was I got a text just now to say we tried to deliver this, and and so I obviously went to the door and the guy was there. Yeah, I need to sort that out. Anyway, I did glue these pieces together already. What's my prediction this year of Battle Force? Well, obviously a Space Marine one. Don't know which faction though. Might be Blood Angels. Was there a Blood Angels one last year? Can't remember. I'm not really up to date with the battle forces. I haven't bought one for a good few years, and I've got a few that I need to actually make a start on. Just looking down at the Sisters of Battle one and the Mechanicus one. I mean, if there is going to be a Mechanicus one, it's definitely going to have Rumpelstiltskin in it, hasn't it? It's got to. It's the only way they're going to sell any, is to put it in every single Mechanicus army set from now on. I don't know. I might be really, really surprised with the sales numbers. They might have sold millions, but I highly doubt it. Bone Reapers. Yeah. The thing is, I got Bone Reapers before like all the Soul Blight stuff, because there wasn't the Soul Blight stuff. And then Soul Blight came out. I was like, oh, okay. Now I have better looking skeletons. Less cartoony looking skeletons as well. Bone Reaper's already got a new spearhead. They did. Is it out yet though? It is, isn't it? That was quite recently, like a week or two ago. They got all of their new spearheads. Am I right? I think they did. You want Space Marines with Gilliman and a Gladiator tank? Have you still not got Gilliman? Refresh my memory about these missiles. Okay. How can you still not have Gilliman? It's one more. The Gladiator tank is nice though. I think those tanks are nice, but maybe not so much the land speeders. Can't remember even what those land speeders are called. They're so forgettable. It's a bit of a shame, but right. We clean up these antennas. Focus on the mortars, which shouldn't take too long. Probably these antennas are going to take longer than the mortars. But it is warm. It is warm right now. Yeah, that is surprising. I do like the minis in that Seraphon set though. I do think they're quite nice. Right, we're coming up to an hour left. for the live stream. So just past 3 o'clock, I think I'll end. We're not really that far from finishing. Yeah, these aren't taking as long as I sort of expected, which is nice. I mean, there's some mould lines on the tips of the mortars themselves, but overall, not too bad. Yeah. We're just going to smash through both of these and then assemble them, put the sides on the tank, clean the tank up a bit. And then lightning locks. Quite a decent weapon for an auxiliary weapon for a tank, lightning locks. A fair bit of damage. You know, nice point defense weapons. You know, you got your hunter killers, you've got your mortars, and you've got your lightning locks. The only thing it really needs is kind of like a Volkite or some kind of rad flamer. Oh. Right, okay, so that's those done. Now let's put them in their sockets. So straight away we build this piece here. It looks like that needs to be a bit of a clean up. I mean, we're having these open, so right. So this one looks like that goes into the center. Yeah, there's less. There's 4. There's 5 on the top and bottom row, and there's 4 on the middle. Put the 4 in first, and the others. They're going relatively well. And look cool too. And then this just, I think, slots in. Okay, so that's a little bit odd how that connects. Yeah, I'm not sure how that connects. It's a bit odd. It's almost like the cowling connects to the mortars themselves, as opposed to be as a, you know, which is, yeah, it's just odd. No, it doesn't connect. There is a gap. All right. Well, correct me. You haven't reviewed Jaws of Itzel and Hunters of Haunchy. No, I haven't. No. And I think isn't the new HQ in that set as well, isn't he? Look like great models. I'd love to review them. Right. And then same plan as before. There. So that's both of them connected. And then we said we're going to tidy this up and put the mortars in. Yeah, it's just this bit here. Okay, so that's smooth as much as I think I can. Smooth it out. Can't really do much about these supports though not being lined up properly. Yeah, can't really do much about them. Oh well, just has to be an it just has to be an overlap. Right, so that's those cleaned up. I can officially connect these now. And yeah, we'll go with this. So they connect on the outside. Okay. Yeah, why not? I could glue this as well, rather than one point of contact. I totally overlooked that bit, if I'm honest. We can just do the same for that. This is actually starting to look like a tank now. Don't really need to do this, but a sanding tool, no, it's not as accurate, it takes longer. Maybe for like, I wouldn't even do it for Forge World. No, I wouldn't use a sanding tool. It's way quicker with a file, definitely. Because what you're going to do with a sanding tool, like honestly, you're going to have it switched on all the time, or you're going to have to move to a position, press it on, and then do it, and then move another position, press it on, press it off. No, this is just ready to go straight away. It doesn't accelerate the process. I mean, maybe like maybe if there's a lot to take off, but it's plastic, then there's never a huge amount to sand off. With Forge World resin, there is, but not with plastic. Usually the tolerances are pretty good. If there's a lot that you need to sand off, like if the join is really thick or there's an overlap, then there's the danger of having to of taking too much off or accidentally. And with plastic, you can't really add it on. You can use green stuff, but it's just no, I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, for a Titan maybe. But in all my 30 years of hobbying, no. Right. And also, I'm not in any rush. If I was in a rush, I'd buy resin kits all the time. Way quicker. D19. So we're on to the lightning locks, finally. Here we go. Right, so the barrels. So it's a 19 and a 20. We have to do this twice. But I'm going to go for one at a time. So 19. 20. I like lightning locks. Good weapon. Good thick weapon. 20. 21. I like lightning locks because there's one barrel. Or is there one barrel? One barrel and then 4 chambers of lightning or power or whatever you want to call it. And they just will fire one and then rotate to the next one and then fire that one. And the one that they've just fired charges again. So by the time it goes back round to the first one that fired, it's fully charged. That's how I'd like to see it work. I mean, oh, imagine if we got like Space Marine 2, but a Horus Heresy game. I know. It's exciting, isn't it? Instead of calling it Space Marine, they could call it Adeptus Astartes or something like that. I don't know. Just thinking of stuff now. $23. And then 24. Oh, there's a lot of these fragments. Fragments, parts. So that's 24, so we'll keep that over there. And then another barrel thing. 25 goes at the back. 26 and 26. These two things. Okay, so it goes something like that, and 27, and then I think we've got some cowling to put on. Oh, 29 and 30. A lot of parts. Do we have to go completely different sprue? We do, yeah. Unless that one's not a 29. It is a 29. Good. I think this is the optics, the targeting lens. One 32, and then the arms 38 and 37 back to here. .38 is at the back, 37 is at the front. And then 33 is a small piece in the middle of them. There it is. You see, that shows gluing it, but I'm wondering whether you can rotate it. Maybe. So for this one lightning lock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19 pieces for one lightning lock. That's a lot, right? Seems like a lot. So when you see these side weapons on a Karacnos, that's almost 40 pieces right there. It's crazy. And now I'm left with all of the pieces I need for the entire set. So before 38 was the rear one, this time 38 is the front one. Just got to be careful about the numbering. 38 is the front one. .37 is the rear. I reckon we've got a little 33 somewhere. There it is. That's this sprue done. Lots of sprues for the Karacnos. Even though the Thanatar has more parts. But I knew I would enjoy this Karacnos, and I have. It's been great. Would recommend, but it is a project. This is the thing. They're expensive, but they are a good project. I mean, you can get them done in a day, but that's the majority of your day. I don't know about their usefulness against Space Marines, though. I think those mortars are quite horrific. Against Solar Auxilia, yeah. All day, every day. I would take one of these. Because those lightning locks can, cause some damage against vehicles. And then the mortars will absolutely just melt anything organic. And that is the end of this sprue. Just one more piece I can see. This one here. And that is this sprue done. Okay, right. I think that should be cooked. Yeah, happy with that. It's very solid. Great. Okay. So now we can probably sit the mortars in. Just wanted to clean up their cowlings. There's going to have gaps there anyway. And the jets are back. Now I'm happy with those. So these look like you can... Alright, so wow, you don't have to glue them. You don't have to glue them. That's fantastic. That's really, really awesome. Absolute legends. That's really cool. Just found that out. So yeah, you can close them. Look at me, I'm just a Triaros armoured conveyor. Don't pay me much attention. And then all of a sudden, cue classical music. A little bit of Mozart. I'm never going to get that out now, am I? Oh, that's Spider-Man. And then you can pop them open. And they're ready to unleash. That's I like that. There's yeah, this has gone from like a 8, 9. I'm trying to compete with these jets flying over, but it's gone from like an 8, maybe a 9 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10 kit. That's great. I like that. That's very good. I do like kits where you can change the appearance of them, or you know, change the trajectory. I mean, this one, it'd be nice if you could have it like there, but it's either flat or erect at an angle. Well, that's midway, I guess. But then if you like move this around, then it will fall. Yeah. Okay. What I'll do is we'll put this on now. Just because I don't think it's too difficult to put the lightning locks on after. But they want you to put the searchlight on first. They say put the searchlight on first, super. So I will do that. Hey Shadow, how you doing? Oh, your first time on live stream, cool. I haven't live streamed for a while. At least a month probably. I'll be live streaming next few days though, definitely on Saturday. But it might be, yeah, it'll just be like sort of 6-7 o'clock or so Saturday. Yeah, we are going to be gluing these on first. Yeah, you aren't going to put that searchlight on after you put the flare shields on. So good, that's that. We've also got these things to put on. And they go over these vent things. All right, let's see how we can do these. Do they just slot over? Yeah, they do. Oh, they go in quite nicely. I probably would have put them on first before the two sides of the tracks. Oh well. How's the build so far? Yeah, it's good. Very rewarding. There's nothing that is really that tedious apart from those cogs, but I smashed through those at the start of the live stream, didn't I? Mortars were good to build. The sides were fine. Even the top, I thought the top wasn't as difficult as the actual Triaros. So yeah, would recommend this set. I knew it was going to be good anyway. I did. Because the Triaros is a good set. Just trying to get this in. There you go. And then the hunter killers, they put them on last, but I'm going to put them on now. There's just like an area here where they can just sit. I would have liked some kind of slot for them to go in, but because if you mess this bit up, they're going to be wonky. But I understand why they didn't put a slot on, because if they did, then it would look odd if you didn't apply the hunter killers, and they are extra weapons at the end of the day. You don't think you get them included in your points cost, so well. they're about as central as I can possibly make them. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good luck on making yours, building yours. Hope it goes well. I'm almost finished this one. It's literally just the lightning locks to go. So yeah, if people are wondering when I'll be completing, it could be within about half an hour. I mean, so far we're up to 2 hours 40 minutes here. So yeah, maybe in the next half an hour or so. I should have finished these. Well, I hope everyone's had an amazing day today. I've been live streaming because I'm off work, which is nice. When I started this live stream, it was all sort of humid, muggy outside. We even had a bit of rain yesterday, but now it's quite nice and sunny. Yeah, this Karacnos has been a joy. Would recommend. This is the thing, like Triaros, the armored conveyors. It's nice to have 2 of them. Do you really need 2 Karacnos though? It depends. Like if Mechanicum is your main army, then yeah, why not? Go for it. But if they're not, like, they're not really a main army for me. I just wanted a decent sized force, really. A force that I could put together if I was going up against Solar Auxilia or Space Marines or something. Would I use the Karacnos with Space Marines? Probably. I'd rather use some bigger, hard-hitting things, though, like multiple Venators or more Castellax. And like, I don't think I'd use the Ursarax. Maybe I would. Would I bother magnetising the Karacnos into a Triaros? I think you could magnetise. I think you could possibly magnetise the lightning locks. Possibly. But you know what? I think you could just proxy it. With those mortars down and with the lightning locks off, it looks exactly the same as a Triaros. Except for these antenna things, it's pretty much the same. So I reckon you could get away with proxying it, unless like you're playing competitively. But you know, if you're playing against your mates and things, I'm sure they wouldn't mind. And if they do mind, it's their loss, isn't it? Really, you know. They lose a really good friend. Yeah, no, I wouldn't bother. I mean, you could, but yeah, I just, no need to. There's not massive differences at all. As I say, it's literally just the lightning locks and the antennas. That's it. It's the only things that set it apart. Which is great because it goes back to what I said earlier in that if you did buy another one of these sets, like the Mechanicum Support Force or Heavy Support Force, whatever it's called, you could just go about proxying one as a Triaros. So, but personally, I would buy 2 of the OG Mechanicum Forces over 2 of these, definitely, because then you're getting more tech thralls and castellax, which are fantastic minis. They really did a good job with those plastic kits. Okay, I'm just going to smash through cleaning up all of these. Then I'm going to file all of these pieces in one go. Then I'm going to put it all together and glue it onto the Karacnos. And we are done. And I will be back tomorrow, earlier in the day. I'll be absolutely shattered though, but I'll be back. And then we'll be building the castellax, which is right to my desk. You already have 2+1 sets and another 60 thralls. Oh, nice. That's very cool. Yeah. I'd like to know if these were more popular than Solar Auxilia. I'd like to think that they were, because, you know, the more people buy these sets, these Mechanicum ones, the more likely it is that Mechanicum get newer plastic kits, and also probably more funds go into the Forge World budget, you know, to bring back like the Ordinatus and some really crazy huge weapons that the Mechanicum like to use. Yeah, I would like to see them bring back some Forge World kits for Mechanicum. I think we're probably going to get some plastic Magiras and Styrics, I would like to think. Aren't we getting a plastic Atrapos? Or am I completely... did I dream that? Plastic Domitars, yeah, that would be good. Plastic Voltarax. The plastic light drones. Completely forgot that we had light drones in Space Marine 1 game. They're quite hardy as well. They took 3 las cannon shots. I think 3 or 4. Well, 4 for me because I keep missing. Right, so that's all ready to do file down. I'll just be right back. Just grabbing a drink, actually. Another water or something. Okay, I'm back. How do you store your collection? Do you have it on display or away in boxes? It's a bit of everything, really. Yeah. Maybe I'll do a showcase one day. I don't know. I'm always wary about doing showcases and things like that, because people do like to steal things. Not saying you would. I'm just saying. I've seen so many people whose like Lego collections got stolen and things like that, and you know, like Lego sucks, but a lot of the time, you could just buy it again, and it doesn't take as long to build Lego than it does this. This is like, I'd say a hobby. Lego's a hobby too, but you know what I mean. Like you actually have to like glue the parts, clean the parts. If you're lucky, paint the parts. You know, so I think it would be more. It would be crazy. It's just the amount of time you'd lose. It's not so much the minis, because they're just pieces of plastic at the end of the day. You know, it's more of the amount of time that you've invested in these things. But I've got collection videos anyway up on the channel. Surely that's enough. But yeah, in the collection videos, I think I say that I can't put it all in one room. I like to have it displayed and things. I always liked the dioramas. Like when I was a bit younger, I liked having a battle board out and then having some of my latest models that I'd completed on that board. I really did enjoy displaying them like that. So if I did display them, it would be on some kind of diorama rather than just in glass cabinets and things, which I think is still all right. But I don't know. I just like to create a story behind the minis. Wish they would sell plastic cement in the US. Did they not sell it there? What? What, this stuff? That's bizarre. Huh. Is that why people just go bonkers over Tamiya then? Because it's like your go-to. I mean, surely they sell the Games Workshop plastic glue. I do have a non-Warhammer video that I'm going to be releasing tomorrow. Just a heads up, really. This is the thing, whenever I do anything non-Warhammer, it's usually on a non-Warhammer day. Like typically the non-Warhammer days are, I'd say, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I mean, this Sunday there will be a I think unboxing of the missile batteries, the tarantulas. I think, not sure. So whenever there's like a big release, I'll kind of shoehorn the release into a Sunday, but normally I like to keep Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday Warhammer free normally. So yeah, being Thursday tomorrow, there's like an extra video which won't be Warhammer related, but I will be live streaming tomorrow morning. But as I say, I will be shattered, but probably in good spirits. Hopefully in good spirits. Normally I am, except for when it comes to prices of everything, not just Warhammer. But that'll set me off. So right, we are almost here with this side. Wow, wow. So not actually any mould lines on that piping. That's impressive. How does this one fare? Yeah. Same again. Oh, they've done a good job with that. Yep. So that side's kind of all cleared. Let's concentrate on this side. Do I play Dark Tide? I did play it a little bit. A little bit though. That's more like I wouldn't really play it on my own. It's more of a co-op thing, isn't it? And I do like Space Marine 2 for the co-op. Looking forward to the Horde mode. I wish it was released earlier though, but yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. I will live stream the Horde mode. When's that out? Is that this week? Problem is I've got so many games to play. This is why I haven't bought any games. I really wanted to get Death Stranding 2, but I haven't finished everything I want to do on Death Stranding 1 yet. So yeah, I'll probably just wait until Death Stranding 2 is like on sale or something. Because I've got too many games and things to play at the moment that are on a back burner. And plus it's going to be a busy few months with this hobby. Yeah, I did miss out this piece, yeah. Good spot. Tomorrow. Oh, it's out tomorrow. Oh. I'll live stream it tomorrow then. They just released a new Arbiters class. Oh, didn't know that. Nice one, Max. Is it good? Oh, you put pretty cool. Okay, I guess it is good then. Sorry. Right. I can feel the end is coming. It's coming soon. We're almost there. This has been a really good kit though. You know, as I say, none of it is really too tedious or spindly. You'll have a good time with this one. That's the problem though with good kits that are enjoyable to build, but you should really only have one of them. It's like, oh great, I won't experience that kit ever again unless I decide to have 2 Karacnos, and that's just one too many for my Mechanicum force, I'm afraid. I can't justify it. 2 Thanatars, like 2 of the Calyx Thanatars is again is too much for my force. It is what it is, but the thing is I already kind of built both of them, the Thanatar and the Triaros. But I praised the Triaros in its review. That's the best bit about that kit. Castellaks are good too, you know. But yeah, as you've said, I hope they release the Domitars. Right, that's this all done. I've just got to clean up these barrels because, yeah, speaking of tedious parts, it's always the barrels, isn't it? Yeah, this isn't too bad. And then this one. You get a pet doggy. Oh, that's quite cool. What is it, like a cyber? Is it like a canine or something? That's quite a big update for them to add like a companion. It's nice to see that they're supporting the game after all this time, because it did come out a fair while ago, didn't it? It's been out a few years. We're coming up to almost 10 months since Space Marine 2 came out, though. So not that long since it's been out a year. September, I think. Oh, good times. Very good times. I did a live stream of Space Marine 1 Remastered. I didn't buy it, and one of the questions was, is it worth it? And, you get it with as part of the Game Pass, I think on PC too as well. But I've wanted to do a live stream of that game for so long, so many years, but I just couldn't because the only way of me doing it would have been on PC, which I don't think I think I tried doing it. I did a test run, but it was just all set up on Twitch for the Xbox. But yeah, definitely rose tinted glasses. With that, I remember it being so much better than it was. Maybe because at the time it was the best kind of Warhammer game, Warhammer 40,000 game to be released. And now, with Space Marine 2, it just makes you appreciate Space Marine 2 that much more. It really does. Okay, so I don't have a clue how this connects. So there should be... there's a little nipple. And they're saying that keep the nipple on the top. Oh, but like that then? Doesn't make any sense. Maybe they want... See, now I don't know which is D22 and which is D23. One of these is a D22. So possibly like that, I'm thinking. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's hit the ground running. 2022. You thought it's been out longer than that? Okay. Just know that these are going to be a pain. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Oh, really? Oh, there's the nipple. Okay, right. I would say they've made it more complicated than it is, but it's actually, I can't think of a different way of constructing this, if I'm honest. Yeah, I think like that, maybe. And then this just goes on like so. It's very small contact points we're on to now. And this just slaps onto here, does it? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right. We've got that. And then we've got something like that as well. I didn't mean to drop it. Sorry. There we go. So this will go on to there. But where does that... Where does that cable go, though? Oh, it goes onto this. These two things. Okay. And I'm guessing that it just slots into there. So, there. And then you've got another cowling on the bottom. Nice. I like that. I like the construction of that. That's pretty decent. Now to get these right. Now, can you move this in there or not? Nah. Oh, that sucks, man. They just hang. Okay, well, never mind. This has been very satisfying. I thought I'd have a few issues with these lightning locks, but so far, touch wood, they've been okay. You thought Darktide was from 2024? Are the Thanatars magnetizable? I don't really know why you would magnetize them. They have completely like different weapons, really. They're both different, like different makeup, the different arms as well. They are separate kits, and yeah, I think that's the way they should be. Actually, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to have both of them in one kit. It's just too much of a faff. I think they're fine as having two kits. And you know what? If there's a Mechanicum Battle Force, like this is the thing, I think they're missing out. I would like to see this Christmas a 3 Horus Heresy Battle Forces minimum. So a Mechanicum one to try and shift some of the minis from the OG set. Maybe include like one of those tanks of Venator. I would like to see a Solar Auxiliar one with like a Basilisk in. Hint. Maybe Lehman Russ and a couple of other things. You're going to have a Dracosan in there anyway, aren't you? And then a Space Marine one with maybe a couple of the new units. Might be a bit too early for them. Maybe like an Assault Squad, just to shift a few more of those. That's what I'd like to see. 3 Horus Heresy Battle Forces, but I don't know. Don't know whether that'd happen. Hey, asking me, do I get to get the chance to play the game much? What, Darktide? Or are you asking Shadow? I haven't played Space Marine 2 for a while, but Darktide I haven't really played. Ooh, that's going to be interesting, the way this connects. So it's on this cowling, but you've got to be pretty careful with this cowling. Right, we'll just sit that there, so it's set, and then we'll have a crack at this. So I think it can only go in one way, standard. So that's that. And it's with this piece with the cutout, which is there. I do like it in a build where you go past that point of looking at the instructions. It's quite nice. brain's like, yeah, I've done this before. It's fine. Getting to the point where dropping things. There we go. Just tidy up this and then glue that, and then we're going to put the lightning locks on. We are going to glue them on. I'm not going to leave them off. But yeah, you could magnetize. You could put a little magnet in there and just magnetize that on. But I am going to glue mine because, well, yeah, I just like to make things really difficult for myself in terms of painting. No, I'm just going to spray it anyway, aren't I? Oh, you're talking about tabletop. Worried they're going to get rid of Militia and Demon with 3.0, and that would make me very, very sad. No, I haven't really got around to playing Horus Heresy much, I'm afraid. But yeah. Yeah, this is the thing, like, I wish they had leaned more into it. Maybe they will. Maybe they will lean into the demon kind of militia side of it. I'd like to think so, but it looks like they're taking a step back with kind of Mark II armor and going back to like fell blades and things. Fell blades that, might I add, seem to be able to be taken apart, ripped apart by quad las cannon turrets. Don't get me wrong; those quad autocannon turrets, or whatever they're called, they do look nice, but I always kind of viewed them as more anti-infantry, anti-light armor. I mean, now if they were like quad las cannons or something, that would be that would be a different story. But I don't know. What's your take on fell blades and super heavy tanks being taken out by autocannons? I don't know. I think in the trailer it's more of they hit the fuel barrels on the back, didn't they? So That's what kind of caused it to crash. I don't know, those fell blade cannons though are such long range with different penetration shells and things. I probably would have just sat them back and fire into the force, but at the same time it was an ambush by the Iron Warriors. So there is that. I'm thinking they were ambushed. Right, I think we're almost done here. Yeah, no worries, Maxim. I'm pretty much finished, but I appreciate it, and I'll probably speak to you soon. I'll see you in Horde mode. But thank you. And thanks to Krieg as well for being here, and Revan, what a legend. Always asking the questions. Really appreciate it. Right, let's pop this on. While that one's kind of setting, I'm just going to glue this one on. And we are done. Yeah, really nice kit. Would recommend. Definitely go out and get one if you can. But probably not right now, because I would suggest you save your pennies for Saturnine. Or just for the releases after Saturnine, like the individual releases. Yeah, these lightning locks are great. I just wish you could move them about though. It's a bit, yeah. Would have been nice if you could move them about. And then this one goes on there. Yeah, very, very cool tank. You can close those up. It's like a proper beast compared to a normal Triaros. I don't know if they could have added any more weapons onto it. Possibly. I might put some green stuff in there. Back gap is bugging me. It's setting me off. But the rest of it, yeah, great. Really impressed with that kit. Oh, this is the thing. Like I said, it's such a good kit that you want a second one, but you just can't justify it. I can't justify it for my army. Like I can justify a few of these around it, but I just can't justify. I don't know. Maybe I will get a second one at some point. But yeah, that was the Mechanicum Karacnos assault tank. Thanks everyone for joining me and watching. Really do appreciate it. I'm going to go grab something to eat now because it has been 3.5 hours. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. I will be back tomorrow in the morning when I will be building this puppy. the Thanatar Calyx Siege Automata. I'll go through it. I don't know whether I'll be able to finish it in the live stream. Really looking forward to building the Solex or Solex Heavy Las. I think it's a better weapon than the Plasma Mortar, but I think the Plasma Mortar just looks cooler. I'm going for the Stoic pose again, so that will probably be this one. Doesn't look much different, does it? But I think that one is just standing with its feet planted. But yeah, that is what I will be building tomorrow morning, because again, I've got some time off and I wanted to get cracking. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.